She's so sweet.
Okay. I haven't gotten to the give yourself a point.
It's a rocker.
section
Watch
yet.
when you sit down, it rocks.
Okay.
But give yourself a point.
There's your cup holder in the middle right there.
Oh,
You
how
see it?
lovely.
Yeah.
This would be bad for me.
No,
Not
I
really,
was just thinking,
yeah.
I need one of these at the River House.
And tell me your name again. Gina.
Gina.
Okay, Gina is our first point earner, so everybody give a round of applause. Oh, Gina,
Yay.
Ah, what's she doing?
we are an ADHD family, so I cannot keep up with tickets. If you've been to shows and they might give door prize tickets, that just drives me nuts. I can't do it. And I don't like to make my hostess do anything else but have fun. So you get the job of keeping up with your own points.
Okay.
And whoever has the most points, and we're on the honor system, ladies, so don't just sit there. Keep up with your points. Whoever has the most points by the time I'm done is going to get to pick a prize. So everybody gets a point just for coming. Would you start hers for, with your videotaping?
Yeah.
Just mark one for us while she's eating,
Where am I marking it?
anywhere you want to.
Okay.
It doesn't matter.
Okay, everybody gets one.
Everybody gets one because you showed up.
Where do you mark it? Up here?
Gina got two.
Okay.
Okay. And if you have been to a premiere show, you get another one because you obviously didn't get run off. If you have never been to a show, you get one.
Put this
You
right
tried
there.
you tried something new. See, we're all winners. I kind of spread it around. Okay, but what I'm gonna do is just go through this flip chart. And she's watching how I do this. I could do this in my sleep, underwater. I mean, I've done this for 9 years, so I can flip through it a lot faster than she can. Hopefully 9 years I would be able to do that. But I still need something that helps keep me on track because I can get into the jewelry and spend an hour there. And y'all don't want me to spend an hour there. So we just go through this. But what Premier is, it's a high fashion jewelry company. We just turned 30 years old. Anybody know that we were that old? You give yourself a point.
Mimi.
Just on November 5th, it was our birthday. Andy and Joan Horner. And you'll see a little bit about them in the
Andy.
catalog.
What?
Andy Horner.
Andy Horner.
Mm-hmm.
They are our co-founders. Miss Joan left us about 5 years ago. She, said heaven was waiting on her, and she passed away about 5 years ago. But Andy is still with us, and he's in his mid-90s.
Wow.
Very active in the company. And they started Premier so that they could have a way to fund the mission field. That was their #1 goal. But they wanted a company that could place for women to get back in the home if they wanted to, get out of the home if they wanted to, and still be able to have an income without being able to fill out families for too long. So we are for military wives and families to have a job wherever they go. And we have a lot of single moms, stay-at-home moms. We have dogs that are in the corporate world, but owners, doctors, people leave those out because they don't like it anymore. They don't want to do something fun.
Would you like something to
And we have
drink?
people
I've
that
got
work
Coke,
in
Milo's, water, tea.
They get a lot of purposes.
And Milo's
But,
tea?
do you want to get something to eat or you want to?
You have aqua.
We're gonna flip through here.
Rebecca wanted
My job tonight is to tell you about what styles are in our Does anybody know off the top of your head what your personal fashion style would be? How would you describe yourself if you do you like fashion? Classics. You like the word. There's classic, which is if you'll think about like simple pearls, stud earrings, very low key but still put together. There's gold or diva, which is usually what I sort of lean to now. It's addicting. I started out wearing the tradition, and now I wear the big swing hat. This is Karen. You'll get but if you will get her set up, get her set up with a Christmas book. She's standing. She's learning. She's on the job. She's on the job training. And she's actually getting paid tonight. All the checks and cash and credit cards will be paid to her. But y'all don't feel sorry for me because Premier is paying me $200 just to come and teach her how to do this. I love a training show. Love a training show. We are the only company that I know of. I've questioned and I've looked around that pays their representatives for their time in training a new one. So I really appreciate that. Premier knows if I were to be doing a show on my own tonight, on average I would make about $200. So they don't want me to lose that because I'm away from my family to her. So they pay me to do that, just to do my training show. So I love training show. Best of both worlds. So let's see. you are going to give yourself a point.
Yay.
I got bored one day and had a whole lot of scrapbook stuff with a sticky. I just dolled up my book. She has a very generic one. But throughout the show, I'm going to be saying give yourself a point. That's where the point, all that stuff. The points, Karen, are for a prize. So whoever has the most. So you can just go ahead and put 3 on your paper because we've already gone through that many. So, and that was for coming. Have you ever been to a premiere show before? She gets a point for that. Good.
I wrote one little point at the top of hers.
So we'll make sure she catches up. But
Okay.
we've been giving away jewelry for 30 years now, like I said. And Premier is a company that's all about customer service and making you understand the value of what you're getting. You can get jewelry anywhere, and you can get jewelry for less, but you cannot get jewelry that has a golden guarantee like ours, or that has the cost per wear. We all know what cost per wear means, right? Yes, honey, these shoes will only be $1 per wear. So I wear them everywhere I go. You know, so but cost per wear, they have become very, very conscious about versatility. And you know, one necklace, we have one necklace that does at least 30 things. So I'll just show you about that. But what we're gonna do is I'm gonna flip and there's gonna be a letter here. And if I could have one volunteer just anywhere on your order form, like the bottom somewhere, you can just write down the words that are shouted out. That's gonna help me because I'll create something for each one of my hostesses. These are compliments. Be nice. Some of y'all have known each other a long time. I usually say that as a joke, but I had to say it for real one time. There were sisters in the crowd that were mad at each other, so that didn't go well. So if I say A, you'll say awesome. You know, the letter is. So whoever says it first or second, I'll say give yourself a point, you know. So don't feel bad if you're thirds, you know, come up with, so this is all about Julia. So when I say G, you'll say, great. See, give yourself a point. She's already helped me. All right, so the letter game is going to help us get through this. And my first letter is all about what we're here for tonight. Y'all ready? Ready?
Accessories. Oh,
Okay. You're not supposed to read that word.
Attractive.
Attractive. Who is anybody right? Oh, your mom-in-law's gonna write that down, I think. Attractive, awesome. Okay, I'm gonna flip back over to the letter game. So you girls were here said that you're a classic. Is anybody a bold? You just know you're a bold. Mm-mm. Do you know what bohemian means? I was gonna say you're probably bohemian is not, you know, it's hippie, but it's very natural, very earthy, very textured. Lots of earth tones, and you usually use color in your accessories, not your clothing, which is what she's doing now, and I love it because you can go from bohemian to classic with the same clothes. You know, you don't change clothes. So what I want you to know is accessories help you have a very pulled together look. If I took off all this jewelry, which I will do right now, I usually make a little joke that I'm gonna strip naked, but that's just jewelry. But ooh, it's in my hair. I'll leave it right there. I love these. These are what I call no man bracelets. As I take them off, I'm really just gonna leave it there. It's gonna fall. I'm gonna pass it around. When it comes back, I'll put it back on. But accessories help us have a polished look. It helps us keep the cost of our wardrobing down. You can have the same basic wardrobe and only update your accessories as they come out seasonally. Now this is just one of a set. But I'm just going to show the blingy one. I don't always wear the ones that. Take my earrings out too, because that makes a big difference. I have long hair. I'm just going to send one of these around here. That's a little thing. And then I can cover this up. And thank you. Just put it here. And then my ring. Is that everything? Okay. So I look a little bit different. Same clothes, but just a little bit different. And if I walked out of the house and this was my first impression, that's not a bad one. Not a bad one. But when you use accessories, it helps bump whatever you're wearing. Be it jeans and t-shirt, jogging suit. I always wear earrings to the gym. Only one pair that I'm allowed to sweat in. It bumps your look up just a little bit. Sorry. And that pesky thing called first impressions, I kind of stack the odds in my favor. It's not fair. But when someone meets you for the first time, automatically your brain makes several assumptions. Your economic level, whether you're trustworthy or not, your education level, you know, whether they think you're educated or not, all based on what you look like. Whether you're athletic, I knew she works out, you tell, without the, you know, but, you know, what you wear says something about you. And so accessories help. You have, thank you. I don't like it if I don't have an earring on. I've gotten to where I will turn around. If I don't have jewelry on, I don't care if it makes me late. I have to go back home. But accessories pull that look together. So we all know that lady at the ballpark who always looks great. Or every time you see her at church, she always looks great. And we hate her secretly, right? If you chuckled, you get a point because that was just a joke. Give yourself a point. But that's probably because she utilizes accessories well and she knows how to do them. And the one way to do that is to know what you gravitate towards. So when I pick up a piece of jewelry, if your automatic my necklace reaction is, oh, that's pretty, then you know that's probably in your style house. And if you go, I would not wear it, well then you just don't like it. It's okay if you don't like something. It's just like going to Dillard's and this section is more young and fringe and all that. I wouldn't wear that. And this one's more frilly and long skirts. Oh, I like that. You will know your style in jewelry just like you will in clothing. Right. So we've already done A. My A stands for accessories. So this is the part where I show you a few tricks that our jewelry can do. At my shows, Julia will get this in her kit. This is called Opening Night. And it's one of our most popular necklaces. It is $41 for 90 inches of pearl. It feels, sounds, looks, there is a smell, so I can't say that, just like real pearls, but they are not real pearls. Two things that real pearls will always be are cold to the touch, so I'm going to send them around. You'll always feel they will, wintertime, summertime, they'll always feel cool to the touch. And a sign of fine pearls. Does anybody know the answer before I say it?
Sand. It feels like sand.
Scratch them on your cheek. They're knotted in between.
Ridges.
They're
Real-
knotted in, I love all the, my grandmother always said, you can tell.
Yeah.
They're knotted in between.
Real ones are?
Well, the high quality, usually,
Oh, okay.
yes, the real ones are knotted in between. Do you know why they knot them in between?
So you won't lose
So you won't
Yeah.
lose them all. They don't, yes. So that's good. Give yourself a point for that. I love pearls. I don't think 8 to 80. You can wear pearls. You can make them very dainty. You can wear them bohemian. You can wear them classic, and you can wear them bold. I do one trick, one only, because I'm very proud of it. It took me a long time to learn how to do this with this, but it's just one example of something you can do. So if you want to do this and you get the pearls you don't know how, call Julia or me and I'll walk you through it. There are YouTube videos, that's how I learned how to do it, that teach you how to do this. But you just put it over your index finger and your thumb and you make a duck. So everybody, make a duck. Okay? And then you're going to cross it over and pull up.
Oh.
And you're going to keep doing that over and over and over until you get it where you want it to be. And this is what we like to call in the jewelry world crocheting your pearls.
I was about to say,
Just
that is
like a crochet
exactly,
loop. Mhm.
that's
Now, if I let
crochet.
it go, it's not going to stay. So you have to secure it. See, it'll just come right back out. So, so I tried this one night. I was like, I just learned how to crochet. Oh, and then I forgot.
Oh no.
My face turned around. I was like, oh, I can't remember. And my hostess pulled up YouTube and we all learned together. But you have to have a way to secure it. I'm going a little too far. And I like to use the Clip It. Is anybody familiar with the Clip It? This is, anybody remember Twisted Beads?
Yes.
Yeah.
One of the best. Used to beg my grandmother, pull over there, because they would be on the corner, you know.
Mhm.
But this is a Clip It, and it's just to secure right there, so it's not going to fall. I like to use the glitzy one. This is one of our newest Clip Its. We have them in all of the finishes. We have gold, bronze, silver, hematite, and then this one that is the blingy one. I give the blingy one to anyone who is going to help Julia in her quick start. That's a gift from me, not out of her pocket. So we'll get to that later. But you can put it like that. We also have pins. Let me find one. Oh, where's my girl? Here's my girl. We have one. This is new, called Girl's Best Friend. And I can never get it off. My magnet broke because my 5-year-old wouldn't leave my jewelry alone. So you can secure it with a pin. It looks better. You can see it. You see? You can use your imagination because it's not really on there really. But that's my one trick that I do. One that's really easy, so I guess I lied. It's 2 tricks. Is to twist it upon itself. Have y'all ever done that with the long? So you're just gonna. I need background music.
I should have turned some music on.
I do start playing Christmas usually in November just for fun. But you're just gonna, until it's just about like that, and then let it magically go together. Go about right there. Shake them apart a little bit. And then you have just made a lady tie or a Y necklace. You familiar with the Y necklace? I favor the Y necklace. I'm just all tangled up in the jewelry today.
Uh-oh. Do you need help?
I'll get it. Maybe.
You do?
Oh, no, don't stop it. I have broken beads all over someone's floor. There it goes. Oh, I'll find it. I have, let's see, cracked a watch just by doing this. Should never wear fake nails. If you'll just hold that for me for a second. The beads that I broke, they were real little. They were like seed beads, and they were black. And it was on a woman's white carpet. She was mad. And she said, you know, most hostesses would, oh, it's okay. She said, I just vacuumed. So when everybody left, I had to vacuum her floor. I offered, but, you know, I felt bad about it. I keep using that little thing. Okay. And the next one, thank you. I just needed a free hand. The next one I want to show you is Girl's Best Friend. And it's a little intimidating at first, so I like to deconstruct it. I'm going to send the pin portion around so you can see it's got a pin and it's got a veil clip that will go over those pearls. You can wear it on any necklace.
Here.
But
You wanna
this
try
one
it?
is our signature piece for the year. And knowing how, well, I won't give that hint because that'll be too easy. But can anyone guess why? We had a signature piece last year, but the first year we had a signature piece, and this is our signature piece for this year. The signature piece can be worn many, many, many ways. It is one of our more expensive items. This is $76, I think. It might be 74. I think it's 76. This is the one that can be worn over 30 different ways. It's in the center portion of the larger catalog, so it can show you all the things it does. But it's only available for this year. So July of next year, this one will go away. It will actually go in the vault and it won't come back out. Can anyone guess why they used crystal and pearl?
30-year anniversary.
Very good. You could give yourself a point if you weren't videoing. Yes, it's for the 30th year. It comes like this, and you can wear it all together. That's a little much for me, even for me. So I'm going to show you how you can just take it apart. And Gina, you're just so handy. I'm going to let you be my volunteer. I'm just
She likes to
using
volunteer.
your position of being really close to me. So don't be afraid of, I'm never going to get that back together. Hold that one. Because it's really easy. I love that they've given us these pretty little, I don't know what they're called. I call them stations. Here's another one to refer back to. So it's really easy to go, oh, I just attach everything one side. Here's another one. And then you're left with this. So I have several strands that you can just play all day with. My daughter, who's almost 8, this is her favorite thing. She will come home, she'll lay down on the carpet, and she'll just make stuff with it. But you can, almost all of the strands, I think, other than the fringe, can be doubled and added to your arm party. Y'all all heard of the arm party. This is an arm party. I'm having a solo over here. This is really good get together. But I do that on purpose. I don't want arm parties on both because that's just a little much, you know. So you want to focus on one, but that's kind of a trend. We have one basic, your classic lady, one basic string of pearls. I have to use, there is an extender. It's a very pretty extender. It's in here somewhere. I have to use the extender. It has a, I know it's in here because I passed it, but just can't find it, to put it around my neck. But if I want to let my little girl wear it, I just take the extender off. And she loves to wear this to church. And so if I wanted to add just these two together on the pearl strand, so I took that one away from Gina first, they have these little stations. Can y'all see that? I've had way too much caffeine on the way over here because I know I'm driving back. So I'm like, can y'all see that? I'm very caffeine sensitive. So I usually, someone will say, are you okay? Your hands are shaking. I'm like, yes, I just had a Coke an hour ago. And it's like this. But they give us these pretty little stations because that's where you're going to attach everything to. So one side, done. So if I wanted to, I could just wear it like that. Okay, next one. This one I prefer to wear alone or long. So I would take the pearl strand off, add this one on, and wear it like this. Wear it long. Or you could wear it up here. Fringe is huge. It's everywhere. You're going to see, she's nodding. Give yourself a point. When I see people like this, they're validating my fashion credentials that I learned from going to training. I knew nothing about fashion when I came into Premier. The very first home show I went to, I was wearing maternity jeans and my son was 10 months old. I think my hair was still wet. If I had makeup on, it was chapstick. I mean, I was just one of those moms that had kind of lost herself in the motherhood of it and just like, I have to shower today, really? But going to that show really kind of made me see, oh, I feel better about myself if I feel pretty. I don't know why God made us as women that way. Maybe it's because men are visual creatures. But we feel better about ourselves if we brushed our teeth and brushed our hair and made a little effort. And so I found that night when I put a necklace on that it made me feel good about myself. And I had not felt good about myself in a very long time. We had a miscarriage right before our son, and I gained 57 pounds in one pregnancy. Don't recommend that. My doctor fussed at me a lot. But so going to that jewelry show, I really didn't feel all that pretty. But one necklace made me feel a little better about myself. So I fell in love with Premier. So when I have hope on my book, that's another thing that I like to talk about. Premier gives women their self-confidence back because all I was doing was changing diapers and breastfeeding all day long. And if I could get out and show some lady, how to accessorize, or she got excited because she got a lot of free jewelry, that made me feel really great. So this is just something that I started to get out of the house for fun, but I could never see myself not doing it. So this is just an example of some of the versatility that we have in Premier. My Christmas stuff is way, way over there, so I'm not going to get it. But this is one of the ones that came out in the spring. It's called Bombshell. I love it. And to be completely honest, I hated it when it first came out. But, I mean, there's a million different styles in the book. So I'm not going to like everything. If I have a classic sensibility, I'm not going to like this. But this is a very classic. Her mouth is just wide open over there.
Well, I can get
Bombshell.
It
It is. What is with the hair? Long hair is new for me. But I had it pinned up so that it would sit well on my neck board, but you can do that and wear it shorter. I prefer it long. And it just kind of lays like that. We got this July. It came out in our fall. And Mandisa, y'all familiar with who Mandisa is? She's a Christian artist. She was on American Idol. She's the one that Simon Cowell said, "You're too fat to sing." Do you remember her? Mm-hmm. No, too long ago. Anyway, she did a concert for us, and she had this on. And it was just doing this. It was all over the place. And I thought, if that necklace held up that well after a 2 hour, well, I need it. But I didn't really like it at first because I thought it was just a little too much. And then I put it on. I loved it. But you can also wear it shorter. And that's called a bib. You ever heard of that style? You just filling that space. One of the best things you can do is fill this space. Or create a vertical line and make it long. Do you know why?
It makes you longer.
Makes you longer, which makes you thinner. Yes. So fill the space or make a line. What you don't want, we've all had it. I think that you're videotaping me right now. Like I said, you don't put this on YouTube. We've all had the gap or the hook. Gap and hook syndrome. So let me tell you one little thing that you can do to avoid gap and hook. Wear a tank top under everything. The little stretchy ones. Now, if it's the Lycra ones, I can't do that. But one that has a little bit of stretch to it, it'll keep it from doing that. Or wear it higher and use the clip it to raise it, and then you won't have that. Here, I'll Pass that one around. That was just fun. Okay, let's move on, because y'all want to get in here and just play this by yourself. So you ready for the next letter?
Great.
Great.
Gorgeous.
Come on,
Gorgeous.
moving.
Glamorous. She's now a jewelry lady. She's glamorous. Well, my G
Goofy.
stands for Golden Guarantee. I've got this hair all over. Can anyone tell me what the Golden Guarantee covers? Do you remember? Or if you've used it, has anyone ever had to give a piece of jewelry back? Great. Give yourself a point if you've used the Golden Guarantee, or so if no one can describe it, I'll tell you. Premier stands behind every piece of jewelry that they sell. We manufacture over 50%. It used to be exactly 52, but I know it's more than that. We manufacture our own jewelry. Where's my necklace? See? Feel naked. I have to put it on. There is a company called Premier Designs Manufacturing, and they're a sister company. One of the Horner children, Tim Horner, started that because he thought we can make better jewelry in the United States, which makes it a better product, better cost, creates jobs, and we can really put our own stamp on it. So that's when you started seeing more versatile pieces that break apart, all the stuff that you can do with it, was when Premier started making their own jewelry. They've always used great manufacturers. They're very picky with the quality, so you're not going to have a lot of problems. We have a return rate of less than 5%, so that means for every 100 pieces of jewelry I sell, I might have to return 5. It's really great in the jewelry world. But what it means is if after 60 days, if I've had this necklace for 60 days, Julia said, here you go, here's your jewelry, that's day 1. Doesn't matter when the jewelry comes in, when it's shipped, is day 1. When it arrives at her door. I keep up with that for you. She's going to keep up with it for you, and when the 60 days is getting close, she's going to call and say, can I save you $5? Because it's going to cost you nothing if a manufacturer defect occurs in the first 60 days. So if one of my stone falls out, the stretch bracelets have a good amount of stretch. They should not, unless you're really yanking on them or get it caught on something, they shouldn't just in the taking on and off, and I use these things, pop. But if it just popped in those first 60 days, that knot, there's a knot in here somewhere, didn't get soldered well. If the stone comes out, it didn't get placed well. These are all hand placed stones. I've seen them do it. They go, they have a little glue machine, they do it. But human hands make mistakes. And sometimes they don't get it just right or don't get it glued in, and that's going to come out. That's what's considered a manufacturer's defect. We cover those. A post breaks, stone falls. We don't cover baby guarantees. We don't have that. So don't wear your jewelry around your kids or anybody that's going to be yanking on it. We don't cover accidental. I just got that hooked on the car door, which I've done like 50 times, and it pops. We don't cover breakage. And I actually had a hostess call me and say, do you cover accidental flushing of an earring? No, it's just gone. And so if it is something that's not covered, I always offer my customer to get it at my cost, which is 50%. But if she's calling you and saying, can I save you $5, that just means you might have had a problem and you threw your necklace in your purse and you forgot about it. So she's going to remind you before your 60-day portion is up. The good news is, if something doesn't happen in those first 60 days, but 6 years down the road, stones are falling out, and it's not normal wear and tear, it's just $5 to get the whole thing replaced. They have a very strict policy on their watches, so batteries aren't covered, but they have a new little thing where they save the battery life for you. The watch face is not covered if it drops and cracks. That's just accidental breakage. That's not covered. So there are a few things I don't want you to do in your jewelry, and we call them the 5 S's. Can anybody tell me what some of them might be? Shower, that's a good one. That's correct.
Sleep.
Sleep.
Sunbathe.
Sunbathe, sweat. Yes. You don't want to swim in it. You don't want to, don't take, I do wear jewelry to the pool. I have to. I just have to. Someone says, I like your earrings. That's, a segue for me. But I have one pair that I wear all summer, and then it's a retired pair. And at the end of the summer, I just throw them away because they look horrible because I've been in the pool with them. But you don't want to go in the ocean with your jewelry. I've made that mistake. It will just, it looks horrible. You don't want to spray.
No.
So that's usually the last thing we do when we're getting ready. Spray our hair, spray our perfume. So leave your jewelry on the countertop, usually in your bedroom, and spray in another room. That spray will stick to, it's just, fine little mist. It'll stick to your jewelry. It'll start breaking down the finish, and it'll make dirt stick to it. So you can clean your jewelry and make it look great. Your jewelry needs a rest in a bath just like you do. I have broken my own rule. I've worn this every single day this week. I need to give it a rest. I need to wash it, let it dry, and pick something else for next week. So if I keep wearing it, it's like wearing the same pair of shoes over and over and over and over again. And about 2 weeks, I'm going to look down and go, well, these don't look as great as when they came out of the box. That's not Premier's fault. That's my fault because I just wore it out. So you can really extend the life of your pieces if you'll just wash them at the kitchen sink. Now, you never want to wash your pearls. You know why? The knots will turn gray, and it will, because of the iridescence of the pearl, it'll make the pearls look discolored. So don't ever do that. But what you want to do is, if I was washing this, take it to the sink. This has antiquing in it. I'm not going to use jewelry cleaner on it. I don't use that stuff on any of my jewelry. It's just, you don't need to. I use Dawn or whatever's at the sink. Ivory's good. And I just wash it just like I would if I was washing the dishes. Rinse it. And I pat it dry and I let it air dry. And then I usually will swipe it with a polishing cloth or an old t-shirt. My husband, he won't throw away unless I say that old t-shirt or cheap towel.
I'm so sorry.
No, you're fine. You've got that other
Wait, I
meeting.
can come by.
Me
Because I
too.
do want, I want some of their jewelry into a shirt. So I'm just going to keep this. And can I just squeeze this out? And then, are you home during the day most of the time or not?
No,
Or you won't?
but
Okay.
I usually get home like 4:30. Just call me or message me.
Okay. All right. So you should be home like tomorrow, 5:30. Okay. I'll run over to the bin.
So we're the only ones that have
I love
this
your house.
pearl that feels real, that doesn't cost me. Okay, you ready for the next one? These are hard one. Everybody's like, D. I'll get diva sometimes. Diva. Well, my deal stands for D stands for deal, a good deal. Put my binder back down. And then when she comes back, I will stack the boxes. Anybody ever seen the boxes get stacked before? No. Oops. There goes a half price item under the table. Y'all can imagine with me. You are going to be my helper. Okay, here you hold that one. She's gonna get cards. I don't use them anymore because I just have it everything. But when I first came into Premier, my first, I would say 20 shows were done like this. And I just said, you get a $25 bonus. So back in the day, that some of y'all are probably familiar with, we had 4 hostess bonuses, and they were worth $25 a piece. Premier has done away with that. They've made it easier, and now we only have 2. They're $50 a piece. They've made it a lot easier. Does anyone remember when you used to have 10 people at a show to get $25? If you don't, I'm glad that memory is not stuck in your mind. I have had hostesses who had 9, and they felt like a huge failure. 9 at a show is great. My average attendance is 2 to 7. So 9, I'm like, that's phenomenal. But I wouldn't be able to award her that bonus. She felt like she failed. She did not 10 people. So we do ask that our hostesses, she's done a great job inviting and reminding, and that guests must be 18 years or older to purchase or to book a home show. And that's just a liability issue for Premier. They don't want a bunch of parents calling and going, my daughter spent what? But, okay, she's back. I wanted you to be able to see this. This is what I call stacking. These are just empty Premier boxes that I have about 100 of. And I'm going to leave these with Julia. so that she can do this at her shows. So are you tired of being picked on?
No,
Can I use you? You're supposed to say yes. So you
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Would you come and we're just gonna act like, she's our hostess for tonight. There's 3 prices in Premier. Full price, I'll take that all day long. I make 50% of everything I sell, so I love when people just want to buy it. Half price, and you can only get that as a jeweler or as a hostess, and free, and you can only get that as a jeweler. I have probably earned this much jewelry free per year for the last 9 years. I've got so much that I can't take it all to a show. I earn a lot of free jewelry. I hardly ever buy it. I sell it and then I get a new piece. Or you can be a hostess and get a whole lot of free jewelry, especially in months like November when it's 50% hostess bonus time. So I'm just going to do a regular one, which is 30%. Has anyone ever, and I love all the, don't take this the wrong way, anyone ever had a different direct sales party? What was the percentage that you earned?
A lot.
I mean, was it like 10 or 15?
Well, it's been too long.
Been too long.
Yeah.
I know the answer. Most all of them. I've never found one that went above 15% or 20%, but you had to have a $1,000 show. We have a 30% benefit for a $100 show. We give 3 times the amount away free as the direct sales industry standard of 10%. So if you were to have a $500 jewelry show, that's $120 in free jewelry for 30%. So that looks like about 5 of our boxes. So if you'll just hold your hands out. We're just gonna, oh, she got some earrings and a bracelet, and she got another pair of earrings for her mom, and she got a bracelet for herself. So this is what the 30% free portion looks like. Our average piece is between $25 and $35. So that could pretty much be 4 or 5 items. But we have those 2 hostess bonuses that are worth $50. And the first way you get one, and I'll let you choose, put it at the bottom, it's easier, is to hold your original date and have $100 in advanced orders. And those are just the people that I can't come, that's little Johnny Soccer Day. You get them to help you place the orders. We ask our hostess to do that because we don't know if it's going to be snowing or if there's going to be, zombie apocalypse that night and no one comes to your jewelry. Oh, I laughed at the zombie apocalypse. No one dead here. Anyway, my husband's huge. I don't get it, but he's huge into it. But you don't know what's going to happen that night. And if you already have your $100 in advanced orders before the jewelry lady shows up, no matter how many people come, she can still award you the benefits. But if you don't have $100 and she doesn't get it after the party, I can't give her that. So it's just kind of jewelry insurance for her. The second way starts getting difficult. There you see. Is for 3 friends to book their own jewelry show. We call them get-togethers. We do Starbucks shows. It takes 1 hostess, 1 jeweler, and at least 1 guest, and $100 in orders for all of this. So it's not a Thanksgiving feast, and it's not a birthday party for 5-year-olds. It's just a jewelry show. So if you were interested in getting some free jewelry, Julia has a goal to have 6 shows in her first 45 days. So I think, December 30th is your 45th day. So we're going to try to get people in there. But doesn't stop there. Just for that $100, Premier lets you, as the hostess, purchase 4 half-price items. I just had a show. I just had a show with another company.
Lots of wine. We're doing okay.
She's doing great. I would be. I just had a show with another company. Loved their product. Got some great stuff. But I got 1 half-price item and $25 free. And then I got to purchase a lot of specials. I spent $200 on specials. She had a jewelry show for me. She had a $120 show. She got $150 in free jewelry. It was like, whoa, we spoil people. So y'all give her a round of applause. Yay! Thank you. Oh, see, I didn't even have them. No, leave them there. I'm just gonna, we're tossing, so we can make space. But that's an average jewelry show is about $500. I have a goal to give 3 of these away tonight, and I'm going to show you how to do it. Now, if Julia was just a regular hostess, I would say you can double dip in 2 ways. You can double dip as the hostess and say, I'm going to rebook the next time jewelry comes out, 6 months to a year. if they rebook, even with a penciled in date, they can be one of their own future bookings. That's cheating. That's fun. I love that. But I like to help my hostess get all three, because that way she can go to other people's parties and support that. And then I have 3 more shows. So the 3 shows, and they're keeping the original date. Oh, I've done all those. I told them I don't really use the posters because all of my stuff is in here. So, where's my, oh, got money. You might have to hit pause. Yeah, you gotta hit pause.